on our value system. Those are decisions that we make. Now, I realize that we are born in a condition, placed in a situation, surrounded by circumstances, consequently due to some previous activity that has taken place. There was a guy by the name of Reverend James Bevel, one of Dr. King's lieutenants. He taught me personally. He says there's 4 things that we face every day: problems, questions, issues, and needs. You think about it. What is the problem? For the most part, the problem is not the problem, someone would say, but it's the attitude that we have about the problem is the problem. So that means we have to change our what? Attitude. Talk to me. Please talk to me. And Einstein said, and I like to say I said it, the same level of consciousness that created the problem won't solve the problem. So we have to raise our level of consciousness. And what is the answer to the question? It's a question of governance. I like to consolidate things. It's a question of governance. What we do on a daily basis. What is the issue? We live in a word oppressive environment. Sticks and stones will break your bones, but words will never hurt. That's a what? That's a lie. Words do hurt. And what is the issue? The issue is you, if we look at the word, you see. And what is the need? I always say the need is for spiritual guidance, anything that remains in its natural form and natural state. But the need is for meaning in life. So anytime we're dealing with unresolved trauma and unmet needs, it's meaning, which means there is a misalignment that has taken place based upon what you say you value. Now, my theoretical framework is based on 4 things: culture background, culture traditions, family background, family traditions, individual experience, and environment. I'm going to repeat that. My theoretical framework is based on 4 things: culture background, culture traditions, family background, family traditions, individual experiences, and environment. Those 4 things shaped us. Now, in this presentation, BD, that depression thing, I realized this here is that in what we call the African American community, we have been psychologically resisting so much that we psychologically resist in respecting each other. In doing so, that can lead to a form of depression. Yes. What is depression? Depression means that your energy is low. So that's why you need to what? Reestablish and build your what? Your energy. Energy is nothing but spirit. So in this presentation, CHM stands for Common Humanity Mission. Common Humanity Mission is an organization that I started. And the mission is to promote the value of self-worth. The mandate is to cultivate the potential of knowledge that is in us all. And the mandate is to communicate with precision a clearer image through the world through 5.5 channels. When you look at the TV, you turn a channel, don't you? So the 5.5 channels is understanding, tolerance, temperance, confidence, and respect. Do I frighten you? Human-centered model, and that's a name that's given to me in Wally Mood for Teacher. Let's look at this toolkit now as we go through this. The opening frame. Let me say this one. When you look at a picture and you got people in there and you in there yourself, who do you look for? There you go. That's a hell of a thing. I appreciate you. I like that. That's what you do. You look for yourself. And then listen, when you look at yourself, you got to realize you're a beautiful species. Let me tell you something. There'll never be another each and one of us. Let me tell you something. You don't have to be different just to be different. You don't have to find meaning. The meaning is each and every one of our DNA. Ain't that something, man? That's how unique we are. Ain't that something? Let's look at you. Look at your eyes. Look at your nose. Ain't there something? Everything about you is unique. So that's what we're doing. We're tapping into, I'm trying to get us to tap into the uniqueness that's in us all. Human behavior is not driven by knowledge alone. You think about that. Just because you are exposed to something, that exposure doesn't necessarily mean that you know, but you can tell if you're really mature in development how you deal with the emotional interferences that come in your life. You better hear what I just said. You can tell if you are mature when you deal with the emotional interferences that come in your play. Now, some of y'all may watch football when somebody do a play to interfere, don't they? Flag. Flag. Now, human behavior is not driven by knowledge alone. And a lot of times we mistake knowledge for understanding. See, we have knowledge of a lot of things, but we don't understand how to apply or appropriately use that what? That knowledge. And you look at the word knowledge, you see know, now, ledge, because too much of it can take you over the edge. A lot of information, but less transformation. Here it is. This human behavior is not driven by knowledge alone. It is shaped by it is shaped by internal alignment in external conditions. Now, there's two types of triggers, y'all should know. There's internal and external. Then there's two types of validation. There's external validation and what? Internal validation. If you solely rely on external validation, your internal validation will collapse because you solely rely on external validation. That makes sense. Good stuff. I hear you. That's what I'm talking about. Talk to me. Now, next slide. Diagnosis versus development. Now, I ain't about all this diagnosing because sometimes you can be misdiagnosed. Yeah, somebody alluded to it earlier. You go to Utah and you diagnose somebody, you go to Baltimore. The diagnosis is what? Totally different. Huh? Totally different. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Diagnosis versus development. See, it's about development. The development for me. This is nothing that I come up overnight. This is something I've been doing for a long time. But I just don't have the credentials as a doctor, right, or so forth, you know. And that's enough ball game for itself. My man. But diagnosis identifies symptoms and severity because people are dealing with the symptoms. So I'm in the, what they call the substance abuse field, and people be dealing with the symptoms. The drugs are just a symptom. For me, addiction is one is disorientated, and the behavior becomes disorientated. You become addicted to a disorientated behavior. Yeah, you heard it from me. Now, development builds capacity.